everyone? It's Cinema Lovers Incorporated back at you again with a brand new video. Gosh, I need to start working on that. Back at you again. But anyways, I'm back at you again with a brand new video. Today is a Fear the Walking Dead Season 4 review. This is of episode 11, which came out tonight. I saw this episode with no commercials because I have AMC Premiere, AMC Prime, whatever you want to talk about. I just got it too, so it's awesome. Yeah, so let's jump right into the video. So, for Fear the Walking Dead, Season 4, the show has lost its complete identity. I thought episode 11 was good if it was in The Walking Dead. Let's get that out of the way. If this episode was in The Walking Dead, this would be a standout episode. This, if it was in The Walking Dead, would be fantastic. It introduces new characters. Some are kind of mixed, and some feel like they're out of place. But nevertheless, it's a big Morgan episode. The reason why it's an okay episode for Fear the Walking Dead is because where is the Fear group? It feels like the whole show is nothing anymore like it used to be. Where is these characters where they made tough decisions, the drama, the family drama that Dave Erickson created for Fear the Walking Dead? It's just depressing now thinking about these old cast members. They're always thrown into the back. It just doesn't feel right. It feels wrong. And Morgan always saying he has to go back for his friends. It's just depressing because they're back there and they get stomped on so much because these new characters do so much, and these old characters just feel like they're so in the back and they don't have anything to do. Alicia is the only one, but she's always just whining and being dark Alicia. Every other character just is there except the new group. The new group has all the screen time. It's ridiculous. And Morgan has a massive storyline going on in this episode. He tries to choose if he should go back to his friends or should he go to Alexandria, and it really doesn't go anywhere. So he just decides the whole episode, and then he decides to go back to Texas, and then back to Alexandria, but now he has people along the way. That's basically it. But we do discover some really interesting things about Morgan, that he's a coward, that he feels like he abandoned people, he's just a coward, and that is, you know, some of his fault in his life because of his cowardness, like the Cowardly Lion. These new characters we get introduced to, they start out pretty decent. I actually enjoyed the characters. But then they started becoming bad. That's all I have to say. Bad. The woman is just your typical redneck, tough southerner woman from Mississippi. And then this black guy is the typical black guy who always has black jokes and always blah, blah, blah. You know, it's just not good storytelling with these characters. And then you have an interesting guy who makes beer. He's a brewer. But he just gets pushed in the back after Morgan is, you know, abandoned by this group. He just gets pushed in the background, and we really don't spend enough time with him again. And that's disappointing because he's one of the most interesting characters. But they're starting to set up this cartoonish dumbness again, you know, with these characters. They're putting boxes on the side of the road, and we have this woman communicating with them over the radio. She's this black woman that we see at the end. It's just starting to become a little bit dumb again. And I wish this was not the direction Fear the Walking Dead was going. I want to see the Fear group. I want to see the characters from Fear the Walking Dead making decisions in a group. Everyone together in one big group. And then they introduce new characters like Season 3. Season 3 was perfect because it had the Fear the Walking Dead characters, and it had new characters blending in together, and it showed how they, you know, clashed with one another. It feels like the new characters in Season 4 overpower the old characters, when in Season 3 there was a balance. But in this season, there's no balance. It feels like the old characters are just pushed to the side. And I think one of the problems is the lack of characters from the original 3 seasons. There's not a lot of storyline to be had with these characters because there's only 3 of them at the moment from old seasons. The rest of the characters are brand new or characters we've seen before, like Morgan. And, you know, not watching our Fear the Walking Dead characters, Fear the Walking Dead's kind of lost its purpose. Tonight I felt like I was watching a Walking Dead episode with better quality. That's what it felt like. And that is not what Fear the Walking Dead was supposed to be. Fear the Walking Dead was supposed to be a different experience. When The Walking Dead was, taking a break, Fear the Walking Dead was here to take us on new, exciting adventures and give us a interesting, fun, unique experience. That is what Fear the Walking Dead was. It was a human drama, a modern drama mixed with a zombie apocalypse. And it was something beautiful. The first 3 seasons felt like they could have been in our world because it had to do with, law and racism and, police and, the army, the military. All of that was a strong focus in seasons 1 through 3. And it felt real with zombies thrown in there. Now, this feels like a Walking Dead, let's say better Walking Dead show at the moment. This episode would have been fantastic in The Walking Dead because, well, The Walking Dead, let's face it, has horrible episodes. This episode, while okay, would have actually made The Walking Dead season, let's see if this was in season 8, it would have made season 8 a standout season because that's how good it would be for The Walking Dead. But this is Fear the Walking Dead again. So we have some really stupid stuff in this episode. For example, Morgan on the toilet. It just didn't work. It just jumped the shark, and it was something that we really did not need to see. This black old man sitting on the toilet reading newspaper, it was too much. It was too much. They tried with comedy in that scene, but it did not work. It was too much. There's another problem I have. It's earlier in the episode where Morgan falls asleep in this truck, and the truck drives away with Morgan in it, which really absolutely makes no sense. This is not really Morgan's character. It would have made more sense if Morgan got knocked out or something, but no, Morgan just falls asleep. Trucks have loud engines, the roads are bumpy, plus they're bumpy because there was a hurricane going on. But Morgan sleeps through the entire trip, and it just is stupid. Like, if I was sleeping in a car, I would most likely wake up when the car starts moving or the vehicle starts moving, and I would not, I would not just sit there and sleep. It just doesn't feel right. And these characters after the wine and them saying they're twins. Now, we can't judge them yet. They're new characters, and they're not ruined completely like Georgie's group in Season 8. When she was introduced in Season 8, she was already ruined. These characters have potential. They can develop more of their storyline. I'm just saying it was a little bit cartoony when they were introduced, saying that these two characters were twins. I get that they've been fighting together for a very, very long time. It just didn't really connect right in my brain. But we have to give them a chance because they're not like Georgie, her group in Season 8, where they were completely ruined the moment they were introduced. These characters have potential. They're very annoying right now. And I hope they change because at the moment they're just stereotypes. They cause a lot of trouble. That's what they do. They cause a lot of trouble, and they want to go to Virginia. It's the typical group that starts out tough and will most likely become allies. And then that black woman, don't even get me started about her at the end of the episode. I mean, I'm interested to see who she is, but it's kind of jumping the shark. I don't know. One of the standout scenes in this episode for me is when Morgan gets trapped on the vehicle. It really shows the pain of what Morgan is going through. He reveals that he's a coward, and he left because he didn't know what to do anymore. He didn't know how to respond because, he has allies in Virginia, and now he has allies in Texas, and he's kind of sideways. He doesn't know who to pick, who to go after. So he's just broken. He doesn't really know what to do, and him trying to escape from the zombies was a standout moment in this episode. I loved this moment. It was intense, and it really developed Morgan's character for the better. I really enjoyed this moment. Another thing I don't like in this episode is Morgan with those protein bars. We get it. He likes protein bars. How many times can Morgan smile in this franchise when he eats a protein bar. How many times have we seen him smile when he eats a protein bar? It's just ridiculous. It's getting a little bit dumb at this moment. So yeah, it's getting stupid. But then they're going back to Texas to save the Fear the Walking Dead group. I also like the moment where Morgan's on the bridge and he lies and says the bridge is broken when it's not. I think that's also a very great moment. The rest of the episode is okay. I think there's problems with it. One of the big problems is that it really doesn't go much anywhere, and it takes too long to set up, and we don't have any Fear the Walking Dead characters. That is the problem. Luciana, Strand, and Alicia are nowhere to be found in this episode. It feels completely different. It feels like a fresher, bigger budget Walking Dead episode. That's what it feels like. That's all it feels like. And it's disappointing. I'm going to give this episode a C+. If this was on Walking Dead, it would be good. But it's not on Walking Dead. It's on Fear the Walking Dead. Did I miss anything out? This was a big episode to review because there's so much jam-packed in it. But did I miss anything out? I don't think so. So yeah, Fear the Walking Dead. Season 4, episode 11. Oh yeah, I like the part where the black guy has a shotgun and Morgan's like, "Can you lower it?" And he's like, "Sure can," and he lowers it to his like private area. That's a funny moment. I will give them credit for that. So hope you enjoyed my review. C+ for me. Next episode looks like it's going to have Fear the Walking Dead reboot characters again. No old characters once again. What did you think of this episode? Let me know down below. Comment down below. Subscribe to whatever heck you want to do. And goodbye. Bye, everyone.